you're not the other actor's not taking you in. You're not really.
Right.
You're like, oh shit.
Our mission at Third Wing is to make live in-person theater more sustainable and more affordable. And one of the goals I have is to monetize this channel so we can get income to put towards the company. So I don't have to raise ticket prices, so I don't have to raise subscription prices. So just by liking, subscribing, that actually helps the mission of the company. I'm not going to ask you to hit the bell icon. What the heck is it? I do want to increase watch time, and I do want to increase subscribers for people who find this content helpful and interesting, because that really will help the mission of Third Wing.
But if the scene's not going well, and then you lose them, then you have a double whammy.
If it's not working,
you're not the other actor's not taking you in. You're not really.
Right.
You're like, oh shit, the whole thing just goes to pot.
But the reset button is to focus on the other person.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the only thing. You're bringing it, and you're going to do it, but it's always it never fails you when you're trying to generate it yourself.
Mm-hmm. It's
like a relationship. So I said, well, I'm funny, Cameron, so I'm your friend, so you just listen to me. You know what I mean? It's like, right, and then you're out the door or asleep.
Well, getting to my next question then. No.
But you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like,
no.
it's a weird thing. Some people are great listeners, and I've worked with actors, I've directed some actors, and you just see it. You're like, in an editing room, you really see, you say, oh my God, look at that person.
On film, listening can be.
Yeah, but listening on stage is like, if you want to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, musicians have to listen. I mean, singers have to listen to the musicians. Musicians have to listen to the other musicians. So I would compare it to music. And I think people who have a good sense of music and a good sense, if you listen to a great symphony, you see all the variety in it. Even a pop song, if you listen to a pop concert, you can't have every song be sad or sexy. You need variety, and performance needs variety, and sometimes that's in the text.
Mm-hmm.
But
a phrase I got from you is peaks and valleys. It was a very
peaks and valleys.
It's an easy way to
do that.
To talk about why something isn't necessarily working, is it doesn't have enough.
It just doesn't have enough surprise. I would just use that, surprise.
Yeah,
if you can, and I think you kind of know when there are people who are interested in that. There are some directors, they want what they want. They have an idea, and that's enough for them. And then there's other directors, even though you're looking at the clock, that want to be surprised. But that's something that's in you. And I think there are a lot of people, you would never do something really brave, what I would consider risky, or like falling off a tightrope, because you go, I don't know what they would think of that. So do I really, I'm just talking about unconsciously, do I really want to try something? Like sometimes I've asked directors, and they look at you and they're like, like, well, I think it's really good this way. It's like they never want to go there. And there are other people who are like, try it.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
And maybe it's terrible, but sometimes by doing something that doesn't work, if you have the time, or you're trying it, it could lead you to another discovery, and say, you know what, this was okay, that was bad, but this is the best point. I think maybe, but
you have to be willing to try things.
No, I think it's the atmosphere that you're in.
Yeah.
And that can't be replicated necessarily easily.